We're the Doom Buddies. My name's Erin,
And I'm Kate,
and we're not your average Disney adults.
bringing you the hottest takes on all things spooky, nerdy, and theme parks.
Yes. And today's episode, we are talking about Star Wars, because guess what? May the 4th be with you. And we are going to release this on May the 4th, so it's a Star Wars day for us today. So
Star Wars.
Star Wars. So, as you all probably know, unless you haven't met us before, but Star Wars is my favorite thing ever.
It is.
And it is part of how Kate and I met and
It
became
is.
friends.
That's true. It's in our origin story.
Yes. So, if you want to click back to our origin story episode, we talk all about that. Kate and I are cosplayers, and we did cosplay as, I was Jyn Erso.
And I was Rey.
Yes, Rey Palpatine.
Rey Palpatine, Rey Skywalker.
Oh!
I think I'll just go with Rey.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
So, this episode, of course, like I said, is all about Star Wars. So, we're going to talk about, news with the parks, news for movies and shows, but mostly we're going to talk about kind of our love for it and maybe our not love for it in certain aspects.
There's two sides to this tale here today.
It is, yes. So what we'll start with, of course, is Star Wars, what it means to us. So, and what I guess it means to you currently. So for me, I'll start, I grew up with the Star Wars series. My parents put it on for me and my brother when I was very young, and I fell in love immediately with it. And I think part of it, and you and I will also talk about this more, but the fact that they had practical effect characters, Muppets, puppets, Yoda was a puppet.
He's so cute.
And I love him. I adore him. Actually, funny, I was afraid of him as a kid at first. I actually was terrified of him, but now he's one of my favorites. But
Do you think he was like a little goblin?
yeah, he scared me. His eyes were a little creepy to me. I don't know. I just found him really creepy when I was a kid, but I love him now. But I don't know. I fell in love with all of those movies. And then, of course, as I was growing up, the prequels came out. So we saw those in the theater. And when CGI started to be a thing, and we were just mesmerized by it. And, and then they did the newer series, and they've been doing all these shows and just expanded on the universe of Star Wars and created some of these amazing characters. So for me, it really holds a special place in my heart. And even to this day, if I see a Star Wars trailer for something, if I go to Galaxy's Edge,
If you even hear the music.
if I even hear the music, I get emotional. It is extremely near and dear to my heart. And that hasn't really changed much for me. And I'll kind of piggyback off of Kate and kind of where they're at with Star Wars. But for me, it will always be probably my favorite franchise, and now that Disney has it, it's both my favorite things are now one. And so you can't get any better than that for me.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of, for me, why it's so near and dear to me, because I grew up with it. So.
I mean, I grew up with it too, in the same way of my brother and I really liked it, and I can't actually remember if I saw the prequels before I saw the actual, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But I vividly remember watching the prequels with my brother and us bonding over those, even though, looking back on them, they're interesting for sure.
Yes.
And really liking it. My dad is really big into sci-fi and horror. That's where I get that from too. But so he showed those to us, and even my mom likes them too. So I guess it's a family thing too. I just remember, I don't know, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a specific reason why, I don't think, but it just was fun. It was a space adventure, and
lightsabers.
there were all sorts of weird creatures, and the weapons and the ships and things, and just it was so different than pretty much anything like that is out there, I
I
guess.
honestly still feel like too that it's pretty timeless. Like since it was so futuristic and like even in the 70s, like what they did with the little models to make them look like they were exploding and flying through space, like it still is incredible to this day to watch.
That documentary that's on Disney Plus about like Lucasfilm, which doesn't just cover Star Wars. I mean, obviously that's a huge part of it, but it's so cool, especially if you like behind the scenes sort of stuff and like the making of. Like, I couldn't recommend it enough. Like, I like that aspect of those movies too, not just all the characters that we all know and love, but just like everything that went into it. Like, that's what I kind of appreciate about it now, like as an adult. As a kid, it was just like laser swords,
and ships and
creatures and Ewoks and whatever. I don't know. But now, like, I mean, I guess it's my love for Star Wars kind of like stayed for like a while. It was pretty consistent. And then I kind of got to a point like more recently where I just like kind of fell off, just because the fandom is not the greatest.
Just call it what it is. It's toxic. It's a toxic fan base.
It's a toxic fan base. And not to say that everyone is horrible, because you've got people like you that are like real fans, and lots of people who watch us and that we've met throughout our love of cosplay and theme parks. Like, there are people out there that don't give it a bad name, but there's more on the other side. So to touch on, like, being in that cosplay group kind of deterred my love for it a little bit, because these were characters that like I really enjoyed. Like, I love Rey. Like, to this day I will still like defend her to the end. Like, she's one of she's probably is my favorite character. And like you love Jyn and I love Jyn. Like, there are so many great female characters, and a lot of the people in that group and just in general like gave so much hate to these characters for really no good reason.
Right.
Where it almost seemed because they are girls. And that is just very disheartening. And usually I don't like want to like let stuff like that get to me, but it was just so much all the time that it just felt like, you know, I'm doing something that I love for a good reason.
Cause,
and something that like little girls like would come up to me and like they would love it. Like, I've done birthday parties with my company as Rey, and like people love her as a character, and you know, seeing that side of things and then wondering how people can be so awful, it's not great.
No.
And I try not to let those things like overshadow it, but like it does get to a point of like, okay, you know, I would rather just remove myself from this community because it's just not helpful for me.
I think it's really sad, just to piggyback off of that even some of the characters, like the woman who played Rose and the woman who played I wish I could remember her name, but the Sith in the Obi-Wan series.
Oh yeah.
Like, people getting bullied to the point of being removed off of social media, removing themselves off of social media because of the amount of hate that they have gotten from fans.
Yeah.
Now, that's just sickening. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if you don't like some of these characters or how they portray the character.
That's fine.
That's fine. But to go and proceed to hate on them and send them hate mail and whatever is not okay. Like, it's not okay.
They're a human being, and they're not
playing
their
a role. Yeah.
And yeah, it's fine to not like a character if you have it doesn't if it makes sense to you not to like them, whatever. I've always just been like, you do you sort of thing. Like, I'm not gonna hate on what somebody else likes.
Right.
So I don't know why people have to do that. And that seems to be like the big Star Wars thing that they like to do, is like to just nitpick the hell out of everything. And like, oh, you don't like Leia, you like Rey more? Well, she's a Mary Sue, and you're like,
just silly stuff. And then even like also going back to the bullying thing too, like the actor who played Jar Jar Binks
was horrible.
He almost unalived himself.
Like, they literally have, like, mental breakdowns and stuff over it.
Yeah, it's
For
not
what?
cool. It's not good.
Like, literally for what?
No.
I don't know many other, like, fandoms that do that.
Right.
Like, obviously, there are people that are going to be haters no matter what, but just, it's the Star Wars community that really, like...
I don't know if they just,
lot.
like, feel entitled or feel like they need to, like...
It's gatekeeping. It's
Yeah.
It's keeping, you know, like, oh, you know, this is how it should be, and this is how it should stay. And, like, anytime they try to do something different or new, it's not well received, and I don't know. There's a lot. I could rant about it forever, but I'm not trying to be too negative. I'm just saying that my love of Star Wars, I don't want to say it's dead. It's just not really as much as it was before. Like, I have Star Wars tattoos.
Yeah.
Like I said, Rey is, like, a huge character for me. She was, like, when I was going through my divorce, like, she was, like, a big inspiration of, like, strength for me. So, like, that will always be important to me. And,
right.
And, like, I love my, I love the Rey and Kylo Ren, like, I love the new movies.
Reylo.
I can't say that I don't. Like, I really do love the sequels. Like,
yeah.
I love it.
I definitely didn't like The Last Jedi, but I did love, because I do love those characters, and I wanted them to do more.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know what I mean? For them.
But it was just because, in my opinion, it was because of the fandom.
It was.
Because they did go out on a limb and try to do something different with all new characters, but still tying it into the old thing.
Yes.
You know, the original movies. And then the fans freaked out about it because it was straying too far. And
then they
had
backpedaled.
to, whoop, like, now we're going to do fan service.
Which I think made, like, it could have been so much better, because if they just stuck with...
If they would have stuck with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I agree. But, I mean, you know...
But they are still good.
I can't complain because at least, like, they finished it. Like,
right.
They're still...
I ended up liking... I felt like... It's so funny. Like, they started out with The Force Awakens with the new characters, and it was a bang. I loved it.
It was so
I was
good.
So
It
pumped.
still is so good.
And then they backpedaled because of the fans, and they did something really different and weird, and they even made Luke weird. I hated that.
That was really bad.
I'm sorry, but I hated that. Hashtag not my Luke.
They did his character dirty.
And then they listened to the fans who wanted to see more, and the final movie...
It was too late.
Right, it was too late, but they ended up fixing some things that they messed up in The Last Jedi. So, I liked what they... overarching, but, like, the details in between, like, they could have done so much more with their characters. With Rey, they could have done so much more with Rey and Kylo and the building of their relationship. Like, they could have done... I could rant about this forever.
I know.
But that's the thing, like, people do like to hear this stuff because there's a lot of people who love to watch Star Wars, and a lot of people share these same opinions.
Right.
So, yeah. So we're fans of the new characters, and honestly, like...
I will admit that I'm not, like, up to date on all of the media that's come out because there's just so much of it.
There is.
And like I said, my love for it isn't as strong. So, like, when something new comes out, I don't really, like, jump on it to watch it. But, like, I've seen, I watched, like, The Mandalorian. I don't think I watched all of it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it. I watched, like, the Obi-Wan series, which was so good.
So good.
That was so good. I didn't watch Ahsoka, which I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Like, Ahsoka's my
favorite. I would, because I do like the Clone Wars. I like the animated series. Like, I really like that.
Oh, it's so good.
But it just, again, it's just so much media, and I just get, like...
It is, yeah. But not to toot my own horn, I have seen all of it.
That's
pretty
good.
much.
That's good.
I just have to catch up on the Bad Batch, but I love it.
It's a lot.
It's okay.
It's
to
a
each
lot.
their own.
It's a lot. I think you can still like something and not be, like, obsessive over it. And,
yeah.
And you can't, like, that's okay too, but you can just be a casual fan of things. And a lot of times Star Wars fans are like,
no, well, I have the original mint condition X-Wing figure in the box, and so that makes me a better fan than you.
and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
You win. Enjoy.
Yeah. So, moving on then, what is our favorite movie of the series and our least favorite?
Of, like, the like Skywalker like saga, or just like
Any.
everything?
Any movie.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
I already have mine.
Well, you go first.
So I'll go first.
You go first.
Mine will forever and always be Return of the Jedi.
That's fair.
That is my favorite of just all of it. I think a big part of it, and we talked about this in the beginning, is the characters, the puppeteering, the Jabba's palace, the Ewoks. I love the terrain of Tatooine, Dagobah, and Endor. Yes, so all those different terrains and like all the characters and just it being the culmination of like the series and like it ending perfectly with him returning his father to the light, basically. And the strength that he had as a Jedi and like it just all coming together. Like it will always be my favorite. Mm-hmm. I love it. Oh, so yeah. And I love a lot of the other movies, like Rogue One. Like Rogue One is
that's top tier for sure.
It's so good. It's so good. But I gotta stick with the original, and I gotta stick with the last one. It's my favorite, absolute favorite.
Mm-hmm. I wore that one out for sure. I remember my brother and I like rewinding that on VHS like over and over again.
Yeah,
watching that one.
It's so good. Yeah,
that's good.
So that's mine.
I feel like my favorite. This might be a hot take, and my favorites are kind of always changing. So, at the moment,
it's
how
fine.
about we'll say at the moment, I'm gonna throw out a wild card and say Rise of Skywalker.
Nice. I liked that one. I liked that one a lot, and it makes sense because you love Kylo and Rey.
I love them. I love them so much, and I know that a lot of it was fan service, but it really like hit you in the feels. When we saw it the first time in theaters,
oh, I cried.
We were crying, like sobbing, openly weeping at that one because they were pulling at your heartstrings, like they were going for for that nostalgia in a way that like it felt good to me, like. They were closing the chapter on Luke's story and Leia and Han, like, because you had to see all of those characters pass on and deal with that, and then the thought of like Chewie being gone and C-3PO and like like it was very intense. It was very emotionally intense, but then it did also have like it had a soft spot for the new characters. Obviously, I love Reylo, so like seeing them finally get together and then like. Him die, like
there's this TikTok of somebody who did like a whole compilation of Ben just like fighting at the end scenes
with the song.
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. 100%. And I'm like, it's
so
slaps.
Good.
It slaps.
It's so good. I don't know. It had like. Obviously, it had its moments of, whatever, like, because nothing's perfect. But, like, I don't know. I really liked it. Like, it made me feel like a kid again, like, watching Star Wars. So, I'll go with that.
My personal favorite part of that movie is when Rey is, like, before she, like, powers up, she, like, hears all of, like, the Jedi of the past and...
That killed me.
Ahsoka and like everyone, like Obi-Wan,
Qui-Gon,
and they were
Mace
all
like everyone. That killed me. That killed me. Deceased.
Yeah, that was amazing.
When Han showed up again, like when Ben was out on and like when Rey killed him the first time, and then she heals him, and then he's his death. Oh my god. I think, and the line from the trailer, because C-3PO is are we going to talk about our favorite character?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, I love C-3PO, and his line that they played in the trailer and the one, like, at least, I got to see my friends, like, I'm just like, I love him.
Yeah. You know what? I it's so sad that they shit on him so hard.
They're so mean to him.
They're so mean to him, but he is so like
he's amazing.
Like
he's doing his job. He's a protocol droid. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, C-3PO, you fucking nerd."
For real. But you know what? Like
and he's like, "Oh, like he's on
But listen, if we were gonna have droids in our houses, which that could happen soon with AI and shit, who wouldn't want a C-3PO? Who?
He's amazing.
He's amazing. He would be my friend.
I would be spilling the tea with him.
I would be talking.
We'd be talking mad shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell a lot about someone on how they treat their droids, you know?
So,
Droids have feelings, too.
going with your other favorite.
We didn't say our least favorite movie.
Oh, our least favorite movie. Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
you
good
ask
call.
that?
Yeah, I did say the least favorite movie. And why? If I say mine, I'm going to go off.
Is it Last Jedi?
It's The Last Jedi.
Yeah, well.
Oh, man, I hated that. I really did not like that one.
I think the worst part in that movie is the Leia part.
Oh, God. It was
I don't know.
horrible.
I don't know.
She, like, did a Star-Lord,
That
like...
was the dumbest shit I ever
fucking-
seen in my life.
It was bad. It was bad. I'm just gonna go on my soapbox. Okay, Star Wars fans, just listen to me and hear me out why I didn't like this movie.
I'm sure they'll agree with you.
For one, Luke would have never fucking thrown the lightsaber. He would have never done that. Hashtag
No.
not my Luke.
I hate that.
He would have never done that. Second, I really wanted a Rey and Luke Dagobah-like scene.
There's no... I know...
Training.
I know that, like, obviously he's, like, fucked up, but, like...
Right.
There's no way that Luke, in his heart of hearts, wouldn't turn into this Jedi Master role of, like... I don't know.
Not if you had fucking Yoda and Obi-Wan as your mentors. And you're probably still talking to their Force ghosts.
Right.
Like, you're not a dumbass, Luke. And even Mark Hamill said that was not the role, that was not the Luke that he knew from the series
For
that he
real.
did. And it showed.
For real.
It showed. And then, third, why would you build up this character like Snoke to be the baddie of the series and do fucking nothing with him? Why?
Yeah, you never find out really anything about him. Ever.
Nothing. And even people were saying like, oh, what if he was Darth Plagueis? What people were going off on all these really cool like ideas about Snoke, and it ended up becoming nothing.
Literally nothing. Well, a lot of stuff in that movie ended up being nothing.
Nothing.
Like
The part where Rey, like, even the part that could have been like, Rey is trying to figure out who she is, and then like, it becomes that she's nothing. Like, she's a nobody. But it wasn't even fully explained. It was so weird. Like,
Well, and then they totally like went back on that anyway because I liked that.
yes,
And then they
they
were
should have
like,
gone
Haha,
with
just
it.
kidding. Actually, she's a Palpatine.
No, they should have, like you said, like if she was a nothing, or like, which you shouldn't say that, I guess.
Came from
if she came
nowhere.
because there are a lot of instances where the Jedi just like people are just Force sensitive. There's nothing that makes them.
It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens, which is fine. But like, so weird. And then like
Anakin was the chosen one, right?
right, and then in The Force Awakens, you assume that Finn is probably going to be Force sensitive because he wields the lightsaber.
But that was on the posters and everything.
Yes. So I would have loved it if both Rey and Finn were Force sensitive.
Well, he is.
He is. Okay.
They added that in.
Oh, well,
Later.
in the Lego thing, right?
But it's canon.
So that's good, but
It's
like they didn't
canon.
put that in the movie, and then they also kind of didn't do anything with Finn, which I know the actor himself was upset about.
Yeah.
So it just seems like
But I'm gonna blame the fan base for that.
yes. Oh, 100%. Definitely. So a lot of things that I feel like could have happened that didn't, and like it just
was a hot mess.
it was a miss. It was definitely a miss. And I'm sad about it because like we said, like these characters, like I love Rey, I love Finn, I love Kylo. Like I even liked Rose, okay? Like
I did too.
they could have
With
been
her sister, that whole story.
Yeah.
and
Poe.
Poe is great.
Come
We love
on.
him.
But like they didn't develop the characters enough like that they could have done in the series to make them even more lovable just because, like you said, the fans. Who cares about the fans? Create a beautiful story with these new characters you created. Don't shy away from it. Yeah. If I could, I would remake it all and just develop the crap out of those characters and make them so much more, like, they already are so good, but if they could have just used them more in the correct way.
Right.
But what can you do? I'm no director.
You know? This is why the internet has a thing called fan fiction.
That's true. Maybe we'll make our own.
You can write your own Star Wars story.
We should. We should make it
however you want it to be.
Yeah. What's your least favorite?
Maybe Phantom Menace. But
Okay.
I don't know because, like, it's worth it for that last duel.
It is.
But I just don't. Like, I think I rewatched the movies when, like, the new ones were coming out to, like, you know, just refresh my memory or whatever and being like, ooh, this is, like, hard to watch.
Yeah. The prequels have their moments,
you know,
too.
I mean, and I'm not a hater either because it's nostalgic and, like, obviously that's part of the series, but, like, just trying to rewatch it as an adult and just being like, ooh. Like,
Yeah.
it just is a little...
Yeah.
A little cringe, a little... I don't know. Are you an angel?
What's the thing that he says? The sand, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
Listen.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
It's
there
rough
were
and
some
it's
cringe
coarse
moments
and it
in
gets
the...
everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's like...
Yeah.
In his face.
Yeah, there are definitely some cringe moments in the prequels.
But I do, like, you know, like, I love Padme. Like, that's my girl. I love her.
Definitely. Amazing. Okay, so I have to go to my favorite character.
Okay.
Because we skipped over that. Okay, so my favorite character is kind of tied.
I'm gonna guess.
What?
I feel like at one point you used to say it was Yoda.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Nope, you're right.
All right, okay.
No, that's right.
But I could also see you saying, like, Han or Luke.
Yep.
Okay.
Han and Yoda are my top two.
Okay.
First of all, Yoda is a badass.
We
and
love Yoda.
He's
Frank Oz, shout out.
Yes, we love Frank Oz. And he just is such a like, I just love what they did with his character. Like, he's a small, tiny creature, but he is so powerful in the Force. And he is the one that everyone looks up to because he is one with the Force.
Yeah.
He's connected to the Force. And, you know, when Luke is like, I can't lift my ship out of the water. And he's just like, oh, yeah, motherfucker. And, he's like, and it's just like, and he's just like, size matters not.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Even though it does in some...
Never mind.
I'm leaving that in. So, yeah, I love him for so many reasons. And then in the prequels, it's pretty cool because they show him, like, flipping and doing all this stuff.
No, I really like his character. He's so cute. And, yeah, he's, like, like a little Force monk. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
So wise.
Yeah. And then Han Solo is just...
Bae.
I mean, like...
Bae.
Yeah, like, he...
Zaddy.
That's my type of man, you know, and that's why I ended up with Ben, you know, it's scoundrel.
Scruffy-looking
scruffy
Nerf
look-
herder.
Yeah, there's just something about Harrison Ford, man. Like, I definitely, like, was definitely one of my first on-screen crushes. He is something just, ooh.
How could you not?
Ooh. So, yeah, I feel like Yoda for, like, how amazing and, like, how...
And Han is just like, he's hot.
He's just my babe. He's my... Yeah.
I would like to travel across the galaxy with him for sure.
Yeah. But you like Kylo.
Yeah, I
Kylo
like
is
his
bae
son.
for you.
It's his son. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my man's, but he's dead, so.
You my man.
To my man.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, Rey and I didn't see 3PO. Those are my favorite characters.
Perfect. Love it. All right. So we're going kind of into the Disney Parks portion of the May the 4th celebration on the Doom Buddies pod. So
Pod racing?
Oh, yo. There was this game on the N64 that was for pod racing, and I played it, like, a lot.
Do you remember the arcade game That
No.
was like Anakin's like pod racer.
No.
And it had like the throttle. You don't remember that?
I never did it. I would have totally fucking done
I'm
it.
gonna continue because I'm gonna show it to you real quick.
Yeah, I loved that game. Yeah, so Galaxy's Edge, obviously it's probably my favorite thing at the parks.
When I went the first time, it was when I still had a deep love for it. So yes.
Yeah, when I saw the Millennium Falcon, I cried, like sobbed.
I did cry my first time I was there.
It's so beautiful.
You don't
there.
remember this?
You know what? I do. I'll have to show that in our thing. It's so cool. Yeah. It was like his actual pod.
Yes.
That's so cool. Yeah, I remember that.
That game was really hard.
I definitely did play it, and yeah, I definitely failed. So yeah, the only thing that's different between Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World and Disneyland is that Disneyland has way more characters. Like, they have Sabine now, they have Ahsoka. At least we have the Mandalorian now, but like, I mean, Disney World, you could hire me.
Did you say Hera? Don't they have her too?
Yep, they have Hera in Disneyland.
And
they have Chopper.
They have Chopper. They have those little guys that
droids.
walk around.
Yep.
What are they? BD
something. Yeah, they look like
from
Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah. They do look. I don't think they're exact, but they look.
They look like that.
They look like that. So yeah, overall, like, Hollywood Studios is my favorite park, and big part of that is because of Galaxy's Edge. I'm so sad though that we couldn't go on the Galactic Star Cruiser. That was such a big fail. Come on, Disney, like, let the poor people go. They
would be
they
open
set the
if
standard so high
Yeah.
that only the really rich people could go, and like,
You wonder why it failed.
most of the people who like Star Wars are poor. We're all poor, actually. So what the fuck? No lie, Kate and I had plans to go.
Yeah.
We're like, once it gets cheaper, whatever.
We were
we'll
waiting it out. We were trying to see like the reviews and things.
Yeah. And Kate follows Tim Tracker, and they went and they talked about how amazing it was.
Yeah, that literally convinced me to want to do it.
Yeah. We want like an immersive experience like that. And oh my gosh, I know that I would have died. I would have loved it. So I'm really disappointed. I don't think it even lasted 2 years, right? So, I mean, what an epic fail, but also, like, what the hell? It was almost like it was exclusive, like Club 33 is, for like the super rich, invite only. You know what I mean?
Really like inaccessible. Like, they
Right.
made it hard to get a reservation, made the price point just astronomical, and then just to close it.
And who knows what they're going to do with it. I mean, there's no news on what's going to happen with what they made, which was maybe more, maybe billion? I don't know how much money they spent on it.
Oh,
it was a
had to have
lot.
been insane, which I guess would make sense why they would want to charge, of course, but like, I don't know. I can't really pretend to know business stuff too much, but like,
Right.
yeah, like if you made it more accessible for people, then
You would have had
people would have
more
been booking that
business.
thing all forever.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. But other things at the parks, if you don't already know, if you're just listening and you haven't been to the parks and you're hearing about Galaxy's Edge for the first time, it's amazing. It's part of Hollywood Studios, and then they also have it in Anaheim, which is Disneyland. And they have different...
It's in their Magic Kingdom.
Right? Oh, is it?
Well, it's not. It's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. We still have to go. It's
So
been a
wild.
while. But yeah, they have different experiences as far as attractions. They have meet and greets. They have food. But one of the experiences I wanted to talk about specifically, you can make your own droids and things like that, which we haven't done that yet.
I'm good.
But we did the create your own lightsaber experience.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say solely because of the actor. The
Yeah.
actors are amazing.
I mean, overall, the cast members and the citizens of Batu just kind of go into that role. Like they actually will like role play with you based on whoever side they're choosing in the Star Wars world.
Right.
But yeah, the person who helps you build the lightsaber, like I had this. Who did you have again?
I had a guy.
You had a guy. Yes, you had a guy. I had like a
lady.
middle-aged like woman, and it was like such a like therapeutic almost experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way she just talked and like her voice like I literally cried.
Soothing.
Like I couldn't even make my lightsaber at one point because my hands were shaking
I was
so
too.
bad. Like I needed help from her to like build my lightsaber because like it just felt so like.
And so in this experience, we don't want to spoil it, but you do get to pick your own kyber crystal. So you can like, and they explain to you like what the colors mean, and oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you can choose a different
hilt.
Like you basically pick what kind of like Jedi or Sith that you want to be, and
Right.
like they bring you specific parts for your lightsaber based on that style.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's some that are like more natural and some that are more, dark side, so they're like more blacks and grays.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's amazing. But again, you have to experience it, and yes, it is like $200 experience.
But honestly, if
It's
you're
worth
a
it.
Star Wars fan and you already collect memorabilia and you have a Force Effects lightsaber from Hasbro, those are the same price, and this one is your own custom one that you designed, and you got a whole experience out of it. So it's kind of like...
It's amazing. It's so amazing. And I remember I went to do it like just after COVID, and I was doing it, and same, I was shaking, and when I finally made it, I was walking out, and Kate was filming the whole thing, and then Kate asked me afterwards, they're like, oh my gosh, like, did you like it? And I just remember giving Kate my lightsaber and just sobbing. Just sobbing.
I'm like holding all this...
Just like... I lost it. And like I was so overwhelmed with how amazing it was. And then it was like nighttime in Batu, and it was just beautiful, and I just was like, I wish this was real.
Well, wasn't that also when we did the Disney bounds too?
Yeah, I was Leia, you were C-3PO, Ben was
Because we
Han.
had like a good afternoon in Batu that day.
I wanted to live
we
there.
We had the really good character interactions
with like, Chewie, and
we had a lot of fun. We went on Rise of the Resistance. We went on Smuggler's Run. Like
it was
good.
So good.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you haven't done that, I hope we convinced you. It is amazing.
It would be cool to see if maybe they do start to add more options, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, like, then obviously you could get more repeat customers to
more
come
colors,
back and
more different hilts.
Yeah.
For sure.
So far that I know, they still have kind of the same options.
Yeah. So moving on to what is new that's coming to the park specifically, they added some new Star Tours characters, which is Ahsoka, the Mandalorian / Grogu, and Cassian Andor.
Yes, I did actually see a video of
I think I saw Ahsoka.
It was Tim Tracker. He went.
Oh, he did it.
And Jackson got to be the rebel spy.
Come on!
It was very cute. It was really cute. But yeah, he filmed on it, and I saw Ahsoka and Cassian.
Oh, that's so cool. So that's something we got to do. I got to do.
Yeah. I mean, I like Star Tours. It's a good ride. I mean, and I get motion sick easily, and some of the little scenes get me, like the one where you go underwater in like the Gungan planet. That makes me very sick.
Yeah. Oh.
But like when I'm on like Hoth or something like that one doesn't make me that sick.
Yeah.
Just, it depends on which one it is, but sometimes I'm sitting there and
you're
I'm
like,
ooh,
ooh. It is a little jerky.
I'm like, may the force be with me. Like, I need it. I need help.
Do they still do the Jedi training?
They haven't brought it back.
That's really sad.
They haven't brought it back, and it is very sad because I love that.
I love that too. However, I think you should open up to adults, Disney.
Well, you know how that
It shouldn't
is.
just be kids who Jedi train. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah,
The
but
younglings didn't make it.
You know what?
The younglings wouldn't beat
Yeah, but then
Anakin.
you'd have adults with swinging lightsabers that have been drinking all day,
That's true.
being idiots. You'd have people like me wanting to make out with Kylo Ren. Like,
Well,
I'd be like, okay.
they should just vet everyone beforehand.
yeah,
And
you're
they
gonna
get
sign,
me, and
like-
I would be doing it to a T. And
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to make out with any of them. I just want to fight them. I want to be a Jedi. Anyways, they should bring that back, and they should think about doing some Disney adults. And then obviously they did Star Wars nights in Disneyland. Why don't they do it in Disney World?
they used to do Star Wars weekends. You remember that?
Yeah, they did. And they had like they had.
That was lit. I did get to go to that.
I did when I was a kid too. Bring that back.
That was so fun.
Bring that back.
I remember I got to meet like Luke and
Leia.
I didn't get to
Oh,
meet Leia.
really?
I met Amidala,
Yo.
like in her queen outfit. I met Darth Maul
That's so cool.
and Darth Vader and
And they did the
Boba
show, that
Fett
stage
and-
show.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you need to go on
Hyperspace Hoopla is the greatest thing of all.
YouTube. You
the
gotta watch
time.
it. You gotta watch it. They got Sith. They got They even got bounty
You're
hunters.
literally gonna see a Hutt Slayer Leia in her bikini, like twerking with Padme and like Ahsoka. It's so wild. It's so chaotic. She's like
It's-
twerking up on Boba Fett. It's wild.
Is Ahsoka in it?
Yeah,
Oh, why do
she's in it, and so is what's her face, Zam.
Yeah.
Zam Wessel. Is that her name?
Uh,
I could be totally wrong. And Aura Singh.
yeah, Aura Singh.
The pony.
Yeah. Yeah, she looking
With
good.
the
She
ponytail.
looking good.
I love her.
Yeah. Amazing. Look that up after you
Yeah.
listen or watch this. Yeah. So,
So good.
yeah, they need to bring this stuff back. Like, and it's so unfair. Like,
Oh, and
you look-
I met Anakin.
did you?
He was a
The one in
snack.
Disneyland,
Oh.
like,
A snack.
the one in Disneyland
He's
is
hot.
I would like to go. If they do it again for my birthday next year, I got to plan a wedding, but I also got to do these other things.
You know what? There are some things that are more important.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I'll get married later.
Like meeting some college kid dressed as Anakin. at
I know,
Disneyland.
right?
The whole world is thirsting over him.
Okay, and then moving on to just general Star Wars news as far as movies and new shows. Mandalorian movie is coming out on the big screen.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I don't think there's a release date quite yet, but that is coming. And then they're doing a new movie with Rey trying to build a new Jedi Order.
I wish I wouldn't.
Really? See, I think that they have a chance now to...
No, because I wanted her to be with Ben and them do it together.
Yeah,
That's how it should have been.
yeah.
Because he could have gotten redeemed without dying. Not every character has to, like...
I know. But it will be cool to see
He
her
didn't
and her
deserve-
apprentice.
Yeah, but he didn't deserve that.
No, of course not.
And then he could have been a little... Like, how cute would it have been to see them,
Like a little
teaching the
baby.
little...
A little Raylo BB.
This is why I have to write fan fiction.
I know, right? Listen, I'm here for it. I'll help you. I'll do it.
But no, I mean, I guess I am. You know, obviously, I love her.
Yeah.
I love her character. But
She'll be amazing. She'll be
see.
amazing.
We'll see.
And then there are some other shows coming out that will be, I believe, on Disney Plus, which is going to be The Skeleton Crew, which is a coming of age show set during the Mandalorian era. It is set to be released in 2024 alongside The Acolyte, which is a High Republic show. And then they're doing like a clone.
Insert cricket sounds.
Yeah, we'll see. I saw the trailer for The Acolyte. That actually looks pretty cool, to be honest. And they're also doing Tales of the Empire, which will be coming out soon. It's actually going to be a whole series based on Barriss. I don't know if you remember.
I remember Barriss.
Yeah, so she like turns to the dark
Yeah.
side, and so it's going to be about her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone will be like, a girl?
Yeah.
A girl?
The Acolyte is
Don't we have enough girls in Star Wars?
No, there's not enough. There's not enough.
Girls?
Who run the world, girls? And then the Acolyte will see the fall of the Jedi from the perspective of the Sith. And then the Skeleton Crew, like I was saying, it'll be released this year as well. It was supposed to be released last year, but it was postponed. This is the one that's set during the Mandalorian era, and it promises to be one of the most unusual to date. There's not much else said, but this will include Jude Law. He's a Force user character.
Oh, cool.
So,
See,
we'll
I do
see.
like when they do original stuff, you know?
yes.
I mean, like I said, it is over the there's a lot of content to consume, and it's overwhelming for me, but, like, I do like to see new things.
Yes. And then they're going to release an Andor season 2 and, of course, an Ahsoka season 2. And then Mandalorian season 4, it looks like. Which I'm a fan of all those.
There's 4 seasons? Or, well, 3 to... What?
Yep. It's excellent.
I can't remember what I watched of it, honestly.
It's and it keeps getting better. Like The Mandalorian is a solid show. It really
I do
is.
like him, and obviously everyone loves
Grogu.
Grogu.
He's so cute.
He's so cute, the little puppet.
Yeah, yes.
I love when they throw it, and I'm like, oh my god, they're just throwing a little puppet.
Yeah.
It's just a little baby, so cute.
But Ahsoka is definitely, if I were to go and say what my favorite series is, mine is Ahsoka. I loved it. I love her character. She is really closing in to be one of my favorite characters of all.
That's fair. She's
so
great.
good, yeah. I still feel like you and I should cosplay. I should cosplay her and you should cosplay Sabine.
I do have purple hair.
You do. And you'd be a good Sabine. But Ben is being Baylan Skoll, so I'm probably going to be whatever her name is. Shin. Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I know these things.
Yeah. So.
Because of Peter.
Yes. Sorry, Peter. I should have remembered Shin's name. It was in my head, but there's so many characters. Okay, so we are now at the last portion of our podcast, and it's going to be the fun segment where we're going to ask Would You Rather Star Wars Edition questions.
Are we allowed to have music on our video? No, it's YouTube. You can't have that.
Yeah.
Never mind, because I was going to start playing Star Wars music.
Do, 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 do,
I was going to play the Cantina song, but okay.
Okay, so I'll start with you, and then I can answer them as well.
Okay.
Would you rather visit Tatooine or visit Coruscant?
Oh, Coruscant.
I agree. I would say that too.
Are we explaining, or are we just going to just give an answer?
Yeah, let's just give her an answer.
Just give an answer. Okay.
I feel like that one's straightforward. If it needs an explanation, we'll explain.
Okay, all right, okay.
Would you rather fly an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter?
X-Wing.
Same. Let's see how many you and I will agree with.
Oh, so we're at 2 now. I'll keep track.
Would you rather spend a
What?
Would you rather spend a day with Leia Organa or spend a day with Han Solo?
I'm sorry, Han Solo.
Yeah, dude. What a day that would be. Ooh! Okay. Would you rather be skilled with a lightsaber or be really skilled with the Force? I feel like
Don't they go hand in hand?
they go hand in hand.
But I mean, I guess you could just swing around a lightsaber. You could be like General Grievous up in here.
That's true. I guess I would say the Force then.
Yeah, I would want to use the Force.
I feel like if you have the Force, then
Force
you could,
powers are sweet.
yeah. If you have the Force, then you can easily do a lightsaber anyway.
We'll go with the Force.
We'll go with the Force.
So we're 4 for 4.
Would you rather keep Darth Vader's helmet or keep Yoda's lightsaber? I'd say Yoda's lightsaber, just because Yoda's my favorite, and he has the green lightsaber.
Yeah, I would rather have his lightsaber. It would be so little.
It would be.
It'd
But
be
it's so
so
cute.
little.
And I love green's my favorite color, so yeah. Would you rather train under Yoda or train under Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan.
I'd say Yoda, because obviously he's my fave. But
That's the first one we didn't agree
yeah,
on.
but you know what? Obi-Wan is a close second.
I just love him.
I love him
Ewan
too.
McGregor.
I do
love
too.
his character. If I had to pick my favorite series, it would be the Obi-Wan series.
It is very, very good.
That one tore me to shreds.
Yeah. Oh man, seeing
You
them.
were the chosen one.
Ah! Yeah, seeing them at the con together, it was amazing.
Unreal.
Okay, would you rather join the rebellion or fight for the empire? The rebellion.
We're rebels.
Yes. Would you rather be a bounty hunter or a stormtrooper? Bounty hunter. Stormtroopers can't even.
They suck.
They suck. They can't even aim. I mean, we think about like people playing video games. Like, I feel like you'd be a better shooter in the video game than they are in real life. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I could like close my eyes
And then,
and I would do better than them.
I'll skip that one because it's stupid. Would you rather live on Cloud City or live on Naboo?
I'm saying Naboo.
Same. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Cloud City kind of
It's
sucks.
kind of scary.
It is a little scary. Like, you could just die.
Just-
Like, you just fall to your death.
Well, I mean, if you're having a bad day.
Ooh, would you rather race a pod racer or drive an AT-AT?
Pod racer.
Really? I would say AT-AT. But they're both cool. That would be sweet. Would you rather be frozen in carbonite or serve under Darth Vader?
I mean, like, damn, frozen in carbonate for all time?
It doesn't say.
Or serve under Darth Vader? I'm gonna serve under Darth Vader.
Me too.
Just in the hopes that he would force choke me.
I just wouldn't want to be frozen in carbonite.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would suck so bad.
Like, are you do you know what's going on when you're in there? Like, are you?
I think you're like sleep. Like it's like you're in hyper sleep.
So, maybe
Maybe
that
that's
wouldn't be
good.
too bad, actually.
No, you're right. Maybe you were right. I think I changed my answer. Oh my gosh. Would you rather be indebted to the Hutts or steal from the Emperor? Ooh, that's kind of a death wish.
I'm
death
stealing
wish
from the
both.
Emperor. Go big or go home.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to be around the Hutts.
The Hutts are, but
They're
they're
gross.
Yeah.
It seems like you never can get out of your deals with them. Like, you're forever like.
Yeah, but the Emperor fucking sucks. He would, like, lightning strike you.
Yeah, but
Force lightning.
if I stole from, how does he know? Maybe I got away with it.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like the Hutts would know more if you stole from them.
That's what I'm saying.
Good call. Yeah, I agree with you.
The Emperor's all crusty and like he doesn't know what's going on. He's senile.
You right. But he's very strong in the dark side, though.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I agree with you, though.
But I mean, like, what am I stealing? Is it really like valuable? Or
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
just stole a pencil. I don't know. They don't have pencils.
No, they didn't. They just have computers. Maybe they have pencils. Who
I don't
knows?
know.
Would you rather invite R2-D2 to your birthday party or invite C-3PO to your birthday party?
Oh my god.
C-3PO! He'd be a riot. Are you
I
kidding
mean,
me?
they're a duo. Like, they're the
I love
ultimate gay
them.
couple. We all know this.
Yes. I love them.
So, like, you can't really separate them. But, yeah, no, C3PO, I mean, like I said, we would be given the tea. Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Would you rather have Han Solo as your co-pilot or Chewbacca as your co-pilot?
Oh.
I mean, I love Chewbacca.
Chewie. I'm going to say Chewie.
Yeah, same. I feel like Han would not want to be the
He wouldn't be
co-pilot.
co-pilot.
He would be like a backseat driver. He'd be like, "No, you're doing it wrong."
He would just be the pilot. Like,
he
you
wouldn't
would be the co-pilot.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my own one for you.
Okay.
Marry, kiss, or kill Kylo, Han Solo, Obi-Wan.
Oh. Kiss? It's just kiss? We're keeping it PG? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna kill...
Oh, well, I guess we could. I mean, who cares? Who gives a fuck? We are who we are. Marry, fuck, or kill.
I'm marrying Kylo, or, I prefer to call him Ben.
Okay.
That's his name. I'm gonna...
Look at you getting all...
I'm sweating. I'm marrying Kylo, that's for sure.
Oh, no. I feel like I know what you're going to say.
Oh, you think I'm gonna kill Han?
Yeah.
Because Ben wants me to do it. Yeah, I'll do it for him. But I don't know. I would want to kiss him.
Han Solo?
I would...
Or, I mean, fuck.
Oh, shit. This is so hard. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say marry Ben Solo. I'm gonna do a wild card here. I'm gonna kill Obi-Wan and I'm gonna fuck Han Solo.
Oh! Okay, now you gotta
But
give me...
never in a million years do I ever want to do that to Obi-Wan. I love him.
I know, I love him too. Okay, now you gotta give me one.
Okay, same thing, but it'll be Anakin, Han, and Poe.
Oh. I feel like, given the movies, Han Solo would not be Mary worthy. I think he's too much of a loner,
He doesn't want to be tied down.
Right. So I would not marry Han.
Right, that's why I said I would fuck.
Right. So I think I would... Oh, shoot. I think I would marry Poe.
That's a good choice.
I would fuck Han. And I would kill Anakin.
Oh my god! You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
But I would want to, but it's like, he's also evil. So
That's
it's like...
true. You would be doing the world
a service.
Yeah.
The universe a service.
The galaxy.
The
you know?
galaxy. So...
With that being said,
that was our Star Wars episode, and we had fun. That was a lot of fun. We should do Would You Rather segments more often. But we hope you guys have an amazing May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And also with you. See, I'm the old school Catholic and also with you.
Yeah,
and with your spirit's the new one.
It is.
Oh.
I'm familiar with both. Did you just try to mansplain?
Says the people who don't go to church.
But like literally, all you can think when someone says "May the 4th," like it just literally,
and
like,
also with you,
it just sounds like church. It really does.
It does. Anyways, we love you guys. Thank you for supporting us.
Fun celebrating May the 4th and also Revenge of the 5th.
Yes, nice. Or Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
We should go to, Epcot and get some margs on the 5th.
Give me one margarita.
I'm gonna open my legs. All right, we gotta cut it. Love you guys.
Peace. That's it.